And it's time to play some Mario Kart. It is March 10th, which is Mario Day, but really, every day is Mario Day, if the spirit of Mario is with you. And the spirit of Mario is with me, as you can tell. Obviously still moving, doesn't look like it, but if I lean like that, you can kind of see that there's garbage and stuff, boxes built up behind me. But I've got some stuff out, and it's kind of piling up on my desk. I did a video for YouTube. I put 2 videos out every single day on YouTube, but I did a Golden Sun review video, and I needed some sort of background. I needed something because I knew my face was going to be on it, and I didn't want it to just be like plain white, although that was an idea. We left our green screen back in Colorado when we moved, so that unfortunately was not an option. Otherwise, that probably would have been the call I made. Either which way, I digress. I'm excited to check out the new maps on Mario Kart. So we're playing online. I guess I'm just going to do a versus race. There's Link, of course. Zelda's my favorite. My name is LP. L for Link, L for LP. I think it makes sense. We'll play with the Biddy Buddy, the roller wheels, and the roller wheels, please, and the parachute, because they offer the best acceleration and pretty decent handling. Now, a little forward here, just for anyone that's tuning in for the first time. I'm not very good. And spoiler alert, yes, you were probably coming in here hoping that you could, be watching an expert or something, but nope, I'm not. Quite the opposite, in fact. But I have fun. I actually just got this game itself recently. The best-selling Switch game, one of the best-selling video games of all time, actually, Mario Kart 8. I didn't buy it until 2023. I don't know. I never got around to it for whatever reason. I've always enjoyed Mario Kart, never really been good at it. I kind of grew up with Mario Kart 64. It was a very common sleepover party game, you have friends over, you have a group of people, everyone wants to play. It was that and Super Smash Bros. The first one, which eventually turned into Super Smash Potato Bros, Super Smash Bros. Melee, which got ultimately the most amount of playing, at least with my circle of friends. The Mario Kart thing sort of faded out, and the last Mario Kart that I owned was Double Dash for the GameCube. Now, this doesn't actually... Okay, I don't want to do it like this. Maybe I'll have to get out of here. I'm going to leave this group. I'm just going to play by myself. I was going to play online just so I could, pit myself up against some people. But it's probably just not a great idea for a multitude of reasons. One, like I said, I'm not very good, right? And it stands to reason that I don't want to embarrass myself, but hey, these things happen. But two, I don't get to just pick the tracks if I'm playing online. I mean, I can cast a vote, and that's fine. Now, what's new? These two? The Fruit Cup, the Boomerang Cup. I had a Fruit Cup recently. Very nice. All right, well, let's start the Grand Prix and get moving on this. Like I was saying just a few moments ago, I recently got Mario Kart. I think I actually got it in January, the last week of January, and my wife and I played through it. We played through all the cups that we've had available to us. Obviously, new tracks were just released, so we're experiencing these for the first time. She is not in town, so she is not going to be joining me on this little adventure. That said, I don't think she would want to be on Twitch. Anyways, she's done some streaming a time or two before with me, and we did do a Pikmin 1 Let's Play during the month of January, which was super cool. If you're not familiar with Pikmin, it's a really, really good game, and you should check it out. Or you can check out the LP. It's on YouTube. But anyways, it's a one-player game, and we co-opted it. We took turns on the days. Again, if you're unfamiliar with Pikmin, you are Olimar, who you're controlling, and you crash land on this mysterious planet, and you meet these cute little buggers called Pikmin, and they help you survive, essentially. And you have X amount of days, I believe it was 30, to collect all the parts to your broken ship so that you can get out of there and get back home in one piece. I mean, if you come back in a couple pieces, that's fine, but as long as you're alive, ultimately, is what the goal is, and the Pikmin help you do that. Like I said, co-opt it with Serena, so however many days it took us, I think it only took us 1 day less than the full allotment. We almost used all 30 days, but we did it. And it was a lot of fun. Where I was going with that, I don't exactly remember. Oh no, I was just saying that my wife probably wouldn't want to be streaming anyways, so she's not going to mind if I am doing this here. But this is probably not the only thing I'm going to do today on the stream. Like I mentioned earlier, not super great at this. But also, there is a number of fun things on the Switch right now to experience. Oh, we're in second place. I was really enjoying that first place. I didn't want to say anything, or just jinxing it. Goodness knows, I don't spend a whole lot of time in first place. So, especially on the higher CCs. 50 CCs, I can handle. You know, 50 CCs is about my speed when I jiggle on over to the fridge in the middle of the night. But 150 CCs is a little speedier than I can handle. 200 CCs, goodness, no. It's impossible, all right? I don't understand how people play on 200 CCs. It's like lightning quick. We come in second. Did I jinx it? No, we come in second. All right, so that's all right. That's not too bad for the first race. But, circling back, what was I talking about? I was talking about... Oh yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on the Switch right now. I've been playing through Fire Emblem Engage for the last, month and a half, ever since it came out in January. And that is another thing that my wife likes to participate in. She doesn't play, but she likes to watch. She really enjoys the story of Fire Emblem games and the various like eccentric characters, and I do too. Particularly, what I enjoy most, of course, is the gameplay. I just really love the strategy. It's like extravagant super chest or something. Not chest, but super chess. Excuse me. Yes, the super chest. There are some super chests in Fire Emblem too. Don't get me wrong. Anyways, might play a little bit of that. We might do some of the paralogs there, because I've got a couple of them for the emblems I need to take care of. I think Erica, and I don't remember. I haven't played any of it since my wife's been out of town, and she left town on Monday, which is crazy. It's Friday already. Time freaking flies, dude. But beyond that, Nintendo also, and you're probably well aware of this, right? You wouldn't be watching a Nintendo game on stream if you weren't a Nintendo fan, but in case you're not, which is fine, Nintendo put the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color, I guess for that matter, on the Nintendo Switch. They didn't put the entire library just yet, but they did put a host of really good games, and Metroid Fusion is one of them that was just recently added, which I have not played since I was but a wee lad. I was like, I don't even remember how old I was, but I was not even in high school when that happened. I think it was like 2003, 2004 maybe? So yeah, I was like 11, 12 years old. I'd be very interested in playing a little bit of that. I'd also be interested in continuing on the playthroughs I started of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which is a game that I played a very, very small amount of as a child. I didn't own that. I think my brother might have, or a friend of mine or something. I have a small semblance of memories concerning it, but I don't exactly know where they came from. For all I know, it could just be a dream. I could be making it up. Who knows? But that and the Minish Cap, which I did play through as a child. I beat that, and I have very fond, very vivid memories of that. I actually, I'll share those with you once we get to that game. But it's got a special place in my heart, as you might imagine, most Zelda games do. Right? I am driving a freaking little buggy cart with Link in it, which is probably the least least understandable thing I've ever seen. Goodness gracious, but it does have the Triforce emblem on it, so hey, at least it is loosely connected to him and his world. And we took first there. Very nice. Koopa Troopa took second, and therefore leaving us tied for first, but we've got two more tracks. So we will round this out and hopefully actually place, which would be cool. This might be the first time I have placed in a 150cc match. Kind of crazy. Got some shy guys doing some sweet snowboarding tricks. Man, I miss snowboarding. I used to go snowboarding a lot. Obviously back when I lived in Colorado, but even longer since, you know, like I didn't go snowboarding the last couple of years I lived in Colorado. It was back when I was in like high school and even middle school a little bit. I would go a lot in the winter. Some part of my family, like my mom's side specifically, was very big on the whole mountain experience, and they would get passes and stuff, and one of my uncles had like a rental property, and they would invite me up, and that was a lot of fun. But I kind of fell off that in recent years. Part of that's because my wife doesn't like it so much, and I like to do stuff with my wife. She's my best friend. She is awesome, and if she doesn't want to do it while I mean, that's a lot of the fun that sucked right out of it, right? Like, it's more fun to just hang out with her on the couch than it is to really do anything else without her. So, that being said, you're probably wondering why she doesn't like it. You might not be wondering why, but I'm going to tell you anyways. It was because, well, she fell a lot. We went snowboarding for one of our like first dates, I suppose you could say. In 2016, I came back to Colorado. I was in the Army. I was living in Georgia. And I came back to Colorado and we went snowboarding. And it was great. And I had a lot of fun. But she did not, all right? So what happened was we went on a green. If you're not familiar with green, it's the easiest, like, standard sort of run you can have. What we see right here is probably not a green. It's probably like a blue or a black diamond even. But we went down a green and I thought, you know, this is cool. This is fine, right? She told me that she had been skiing before, and I don't know. I guess I just, I don't want to say like I trusted her, like she did something wrong, but I guess I just overestimated how familiar she was with the mountains, especially with it being like her first time actually on a snowboard specifically. Anyways, so I, you know, as you will do snowboarding, just flew down the mountain. I was having a jolly old time and went down, had a good time. I'm not really concerned with like what's going on behind me, and that's where the problems were. You see, we got off the ski lift. We started off very nice. Everything was super pleasant. And not even like 10 feet down, she falls apparently, and then she falls again, and then she falls again and again and again. And I'm down at the bottom of the mountain when I'm done, and I'm down there for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, where is Serena? Where is this lady? Did she burn past me? Is she already up at the top again? Like, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned, to be honest with you. Like, goodness gracious, maybe she fell. Maybe she hurt herself. I'm keeping a lookout for, like, the emergency services vehicle to start trekking up the mountain or something. But, lo and behold, that doesn't happen. Instead, I just see the snowball that is Serena, boom, boom, tumbling down to the end of the mountain, rolling to a sad end. And she was quite upset and ready to go home at that point, understandably so. So, needless to say, we went on exactly one run that day, and then we went home. But we'll never go snowboarding again. Now, she said that she would probably consider going skiing again because she has a little bit more familiarity with that. It's a completely different experience than snowboarding. But she's also mentioned that she also wouldn't mind just like hanging out at the bottom of the mountain at one of the restaurants or the lodge or something even, or even like a hot tub, right? That's fun too sometimes. Hanging out in a big steamy pool of water while there's snow everywhere. I haven't done that since like 2012, I think. I had a couple of friends of mine rented a cabin, like 10 of them all chipped in on it. Unfortunately, I did not chip in on it, but I was invited to go, and go I did. And there was a hot tub at this place, and I remember there was a specific group of 3 of my friends that stayed in the hot tub for the entire weekend. It was disgusting. It was like person soup. I didn't get in it, not once, but I remember one of the nights or afternoons or something, we had McDonald's for one of the meals. It might have been like the meal on the trip up there or something, but we had McDonald's, and being whatever we were, like college-age kids, just got a bunch of like dollar menu items. And as you might expect, that just means a bunch of McDoubles, a bunch of French fries. Anyways, I remember like the second day we were there, it was the one day I actually considered getting in the hot tub. I go check out the hot tub. There's the same 3 people that were in there the night before. They pulled an all-nighter and just stayed in the hot tub doing God knows what. And there's like patties floating around in the water. It really was a person's stew. They were steeping themselves in the fats and oils of a goodness gracious, gross little McDouble, which aren't actually that gross, to be honest with you. I do enjoy a McDouble pretty significantly. That's another thing that's been a while, or had been a while rather, since I had experienced. In fact, the Super Mario Brothers movie that's coming out here in just under a month, by the way, super excited for that, can't wait. They have a deal with McDonald's where they produce toys for the Happy Meals. Now, that started back in maybe February, potentially January, I don't know. But my wife and I, she absolutely does not like McDonald's. She cannot stand it. Not like she doesn't have anything personal against it or anything, but it's just not her jam. She's a Wendy's gal through and through. Anyways, we went to McDonald's for like 2 weeks straight, every single day for lunch, and we both got Happy Meals. And ultimately, we ended up getting like duplicates of every single kind, except for a couple. They're over behind me somewhere. I think we're missing just Toad, but I think we've kind of given up on that. That was a lot of McDonald's. we're kind of set on Mickey D's for the time being. It would seem maybe a salad or something. I do know, I guess, that some places will just sell the toys. Some places don't. I don't actually know what the rule is for that. I remember when I was in my early 20s, late teens, I think I might have been 19, I worked at a Sonic. And we had Happy Meals or kids' meals, what have you. We had toys that went inside of those boxes as well, of course. And it was against the rules to sell the toys. You could not sell the toys. Well, okay, so let me rephrase that. You could sell the toys, but they would be sold for the price of the meal. So it's like, if I'm buying the toys, the meal. I suppose if you just really don't like the food and you don't want to waste the food, that would like weigh on your conscience or something. Maybe that would make sense, and you just want to collect the toys. I don't know, but either which way, wasn't the problem for me. I ate a lot of Sonic when I worked there. And we wrapped this up. So these courses, man, pretty freaking sweet. At least the first one. My favorite one, probably the snow level there. We won first place too. Very, very nice, Link. Impressive. No, that's a rare form. We'll go back into single player so that we can do the other Grand Prix 150cc again, because why the heck not? All right, we had good enough luck with that. And same exact cart, because it's the only thing I can handle. So, Amsterdam, Riverdale, DK Summit, and Yoshi Island. We didn't do Yoshi's Island. Oh, yes, we did. Wow, I just, spaced that out. Yeah, I think DK Summit was my favorite one out of these four. That was cool. Yoshi's Island, I guess that's a new one for this game, since it doesn't have, the little emblem. You can see it there, like Game Boy Advance for Riverside or Wii for DK Summit. Very neat. Very neat. Now we have Bangkok Rush, Mario Circuit, Waluigi Stadium, and the Singapore Speedway. Okay. 2 tour tracks. Bangkok and Singapore. Keeping it Asian. Very nice. Wonder what these will be. You know what would be really cool? And this is probably just cool to me and maybe other people that have similar histories or experiences or something. But it would be sweet to get a Denver. Granted, like I said, it's probably just specific to me. Denver's not a huge city. It does have some amount of international appeal, some sort of international, what's the word I'm looking for, awareness about it. But people have they have a huge misconception about Denver. I've noticed this a lot, specifically on television shows or even broadcasts, which is crazy because it's not fiction. But they think of Denver as some mountain town. And I know we just spent the last 15 minutes talking about snowboarding and stuff and how I used to do that in Colorado, but Denver is not a mountain town. Dude, Denver is you gotta drive for an hour at least to get to a ski resort. Denver's at the base of the mountain. I mean, granted, it's still a mile above sea level, which is crazy. So you think of how high you are up in the air once you actually get to the top of the mountains. But Denver, yeah, not a mountain city. And it's also not a huge city, which is why I would doubt its addition into something like this as a tour track, right? Because it's just not Singapore. Singapore is one of the biggest cities in the friggin' world. By population density, it might be the most dense. I don't know. I've never actually done those studies, but I do remember reading a list off of Listverse, I don't know, 15 years ago. It said something like that. We've got 2 red shells, which is handy dandy. I like that. That's not going to save us from the blue shell, unfortunately. Would have saved us from gosh darn near anything else. Not that. I think the only thing that can save you from a blue shell is the the sound thing, the sweet subwoofer action or whatever that is. We're still doing okay though, man. I've got Twitch luck or something. The game's oh, you're gonna stream this? Okay, I'll be nice on you. I'm not gonna make you take last place. A couple weeks ago, so if you're not familiar, and you probably are, but just in case you aren't, there's a streamer and Let's Player named Josh Jepson, super cool guy. He streams Mario Kart sometimes, and he'll play with the audience. And I hopped in and played too. I was well, Josh is not a pro gamer. He's decent enough, but he's not a sweaty tryhard or something. I'm gonna be fine. His community's probably largely the same. Gosh, no, dude, I took last place every single time. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. Here, I thought that I was not, necessarily very good at Mario Kart. Little did I know, I was awful. I was absolutely awful. But we're not doing awful. Not today. Not today. We took first in the last cup, and we're pacing exactly the same, taking second in the first race of this cup, so can't complain, dude. Oh, I love water. I love cold water, but I don't love it all over the floor. I actually was planning on streaming a little bit earlier. I was planning on streaming about 20 minutes earlier than I started to today. The reason being for that was because my cat. So I filled up that cup you just saw me take a sweet guzzle out of, and I set it on the counter so that I could go use the restroom. Get everything, all my ducks in a row for the stream, because I'm going to sit here for an hour or two, and you don't want to stand up any more times than you have to. Anyways, I'm doing my business, and I hear a thunderous crash from the other room, and lo and behold, there's water all the freaking over the place. It got under the fridge, under the stove. And of course, he looks at me with his big, adorable eyes, like, "What, Dad? I did it good, right?" No. All right, I had to move the appliances because we live in Florida, and if you leave water anywhere, bugs are going to come. Bugs are going to come, and they're going to take your fridge. Maybe not take your fridge, but goodness gracious, there will be enough of them to take your fridge. Can we hit Rosalina? We can hit Rosalina with the red shell. That's helpful. Sorry, lady. Oh, but you're not my princess, all right? While you may have similar colored hair, you ain't Princess Zelda. All right, Princess Zelda's got the sweet chic powers, and I think Rosalina doesn't have any alternate skins in any of her games. I don't know. She probably does, at least in Smash, right? She'd have to. There's always alternate skins, but that's probably just like changing the color of her dress and stuff. Anyways, yeah, so my cat didn't like my water for whatever reason. He saw fit to toss it on the ground. And part of that's my fault, right? Like, I should know better. He is a cat after all, and cats will do that from time to time. Like, toss things off of counters. They are known to do that. It's a meme, honestly, at this point. But I forget. I don't know. I get complacent and it's like, all right, I need to go do a thing. Let me just set this here real quick. I'm only going to be gone like 40 seconds. Nope, that's too long. Oh, this coin's not going to help me surpass the princess. And Metallic Mario with a freaking banana. How could you do me like this, buddy? How could you? Oh, goodness gracious. And the piranha plants. I kind of want to, I feel competitive right now. I want to get this. And we might be able to. We're in second place. We're holding a red shell, which is going to help us. No! Oh, you little giblet. You little giblet. It's close. Can we get a mushroom? We got a bomb. That's somewhat helpful. But that shell toss was not good. I almost hit myself with it. It's bouncing around pretty scarily. We're going to take second. Oh, well. That's still fine. That is still fine, because I think Rosalina was the one that took first last time, so we should all be tied. Oh, wow, no, Metal Mario is barely in first. Interesting. How is that the case? Well, strange things are happening. Oh, that was the third race. That's why. I can count. Gosh darn it, I swear it. Anyways, we get to go now to Waluigi Stadium. That was the second. I don't even know what's happening. Waluigi Stadium. It's very dirt bikey looking. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, I flubbed the bucket. Didn't get the good start that we'd hoped for, but I know we hadn't gotten that very often before anyways, and it didn't seem to matter, so we'll go. Nearly get burned. Excellent. We jump. Kind of. Not necessarily a productive jump, but I guess it still gave us a little bit of a boost, which is better than no boost. Gosh darn it. Better than no boost. Speaking of boosts, I forgot to bring my coffee over here. I do have a Red Bull, but I like the coffee not just for like the caffeine content, but because it's warm. And especially when I do these things, when I stream or when I record, like for the Let's Play channel on YouTube, I talk a lot. I mean, it probably goes without saying. You're probably like, man, this guy does not shut up. And that's just, I don't know. That's just who I am, I suppose. Anyways, it still wears on my throat, even though this has been me for my entire life. I'm just kind of a talker. It wears out, and the coffee helps. Similarly, you know, green tea or even like a cup of warm water helps. But the point is, the warmth helps. And this Red Bull and ice cold water are kind of the opposite of warm, you know, as it were. So I'll have to get up and fix that. But I'll complete this cup first, of course. We're nearly done, right? We're almost 75% of the way done. We've got this, and then when I move to switch games, I will go grab a coffee. Excuse me there, Mr. Piranha. No, don't touch me. No, don't touch me. And you might notice, depending on who you are, where you come from, if you come from the YouTube channel, I mean, I didn't draw attention to the fact that I'm streaming or anything, so you probably didn't come from the YouTube channel. Who knows? But if you did come from the YouTube channel, you might notice that this sounds different. It's because, obviously, as you can tell, I'm wearing a headset. I'm using a different microphone. Part of the experience with my wife being out of town, I turned part of like our bedroom into a little like recording studio, mostly like the closet, and I took my microphone and the arm and everything up there, and it's all set up to record LPs. I've been recording episodes for Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, and I wrapped up the Golden Sun LP up there as well. But it sounds way better. One, because of the microphone is better on that than it is on my headset here, but two, the environment is better. As you can tell, and I already mentioned it earlier, but if you weren't here or you didn't catch it, we just moved here relatively recently, and we're still kind of in the process of unpacking and even like purchasing the furniture necessary to fill out the place. And so the rooms are kind of boomy, kind of echoey, kind of plain, and as a result, the sound quality is just not there, because when I do something like this, it echoes. Yeah, sorry, should have given you a sound warning, but that's the case. And upstairs, where I have it set up, we have a couple of walk-in closets in the master bedroom. Nothing like crazy or huge or anything, but roughly the size of like a porta potty. And I don't have a whole lot of clothes, so I'm able to like move them around in a way to where I can put a monitor and a chair in my computer and record Let's Plays there, and it sounds really good. It sounds really good, at least compared to what I'm used to. I'm always trying to improve, especially in ways that cost no money, because I don't really make much money off of this, so I can't exactly funnel money into it as much as I'd like, at least until it does money. Granted, there are a few patrons, and their contributions are extremely generous, and I'm very thankful for it. But it's still not yet at a point where I can comfortably put money into it. So until that time comes, I'll be taking advantage of experiences like that, setting up a recording studio in my freaking closet. But anyways, where I was going with that is that I didn't want to like tear that stuff down or change that, because my wife is going to be gone, I believe, until Sunday. She may come home early, or she may come home tomorrow, depending on when their event wraps up. But until she's back, I am going to continue recording episodes in my little closeted studio. All right. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I do have another like cheap microphone. The microphone I'm using upstairs is not even like a great one. It's a Blue Snowball, which, if you're not familiar, is like a kind of an average quality mic, I guess. It's a USB mic, so that, it kind of puts the cap on how great the microphone can be in the first place. But anyways, it's the best thing I have. I have another USB mic. It's a Tonor. I forget the exact like model, but it's a Tonor brand. And it's fine. It was the first one I had. If, again, off chance you came from the YouTube channel, it's what I recorded on my first couple of LPs, specifically my Super Mario 64 LP and the abandoned Legend of Zelda 1 LP. That's the only LP I've never finished. It just did not. I don't know. I was at a bad place in time, and I gave up on the channel entirely for a little bit there. But thankfully, I came back. Realized what exactly I wanted to do. I was concerning myself a little bit too much with like metrics and stuff, and I took like a 3-month break from the channel to kind of collect my thoughts and ask myself, like, why am I actually doing this? And ultimately, it's just because I enjoy playing Nintendo games and talking. So let's just take solace in that. And lo and behold, I started, coming to grips with that. and then the channel actually started to do well. So makes sense, I guess. It's fitting. But point being, that's the only other like microphone I have, and it really doesn't sound good. Like probably me, and I could stand to fiddle with it some more, especially like from an equalizer perspective and figure it out. But my last company gave me this Jabra headset, and it sounds okay. And I was able to fiddle with the settings on it. It sounds like AM radio or something. I did some recording and listened to it, so it's not necessarily the greatest, but it works. It works well enough. And you know what else works well enough? Winning 2 cups! Dude, can you believe it? I can't believe it. I mean, it probably doesn't make sense to you because you're like, yeah, dude, you're great. Yeah, you played 2, won 2. I mean, that's all you know. I'm developing a track record of excellence here. But to myself, it's like the only 2 times I've ever won a 150 cc cup. So, well, there you have it. Glad I could do it in front of whatever audience gets their eyes on this. So, congratulations, we win. And we got 750 coins unlocking a vehicle customization option. Very nice. Very nice. Let's check that out real quick just because I'm curious. And I want to see what that is. As I understand it, too, part of this expansion pass also has characters. Like, you can unlock other characters. You see that on the right there? There are 5 question marks. You have to, like, do stuff to get them. Hey, look, it's me. You have to do stuff to get them, but I don't know what that is, and I'm not gonna dig into that right now. I'll probably do that off screen sometime with my wife. We got the Cloud Glider. Well, isn't that cute? Wasn't that just adorable? Okay, let's do something else. Close the software. Yeah, we've been playing a lot of Overcooked as well. We'd never played Overcooked up until like December, and we bought this Overcooked 1 special edition, whatever. Hi, Flumfer. Nice to see you. First time chat. I like the pink. I don't know if you chose that, but pink is cool. Played a lot of Overcooked over the last month. It was a lot of fun. Kind of frustrating at times. I am great. It's Friday. Can't complain. It's a Friday. How are you? I hope you're great too. I mean, I don't know. Fridays, I guess, are different for everyone depending on what sort of job you work. What your schedule is. Goodness knows when I worked at Sonic, I did not have Fridays off. When I worked at most jobs, I've not had Fridays off, or Saturdays off, excuse me. Metroid Fusion. Neat. Neat. I can't wait till they add more to this. I can't wait till Golden Sun comes here, and Fire Emblem, the Burning Blade, and even the Sacred Stones, hopefully. I know that they advertised the Burning Blade on the Nintendo Direct, so at least that one for certain is coming. And I'm glad you agree about pink. I'd give you a high five, but I'll touch the camera. Counts for something, right? Yeah, I gotta figure out how to change the game thing on Twitch too, because as people pop in and out as I change games, I don't want them to be like, oh, it says you're playing Mario Kart, but you're not. You're doing good, just chilling after dinner. Nice. What was for dinner? Dinner sounds great. It's 4:30 where I'm at. You've got to be somewhere east of me, unless you just had an earlier dinner, I guess, which is possible. Edit stream info. Let's see. Mario Kart 8. Nope, we are playing Metroid Fusion. Metroid Fusion. Fusion. Is that even on here? There it is. Goodness gracious, there's a lot of people playing Metroid Fusion. I wonder why. Almost like it was just put on the Game Boy Advance emulator. Is that still fitting up on the screen? Yeah, it looks okay, I suppose. Metroid 4. I don't have a whole lot of experience with Metroid games. I think the first one I actually played was Metroid Prime. When I got my GameCube when I was like 9 years old, one of the things we got with it was like a demo disc, and it had whatever the first mission of Metroid Prime. And that, for the longest time, was the extent of my experience with it. I ended up getting a Nintendo DS as well a little bit later, and I had a game for that, but I don't even remember what that was. And that might have been a demo too. I don't think I've ever beaten a Metroid game. There was a period of time where I was playing on the Nintendo Switch Online's SNES emulator, and there's a Metroid game on there, But even that, I didn't play very long. Poor Samus, I don't give her enough credit. Start on A, shall we? I'd been assigned to watch over Biologics Research Team. It's 9:40 p.m. where you're at in the United Kingdom. There we go. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Salmon and lemon burgers. I love salmon. My wife does not like salmon, and it's sad. It's my favorite fish. It is my favorite fish, whether it's cooked or not. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR388. There we go. There's our lady. We are... No, we're not in control. I thought we were. It just worked out so that when I pressed left with the stick, she moved as well. Already eliminating the local fauna. Certainly doesn't waste any time. Ooh. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. Goodness gracious. BSL? The big smelly lettuce? It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Oh, goodness gracious. That looks like disaster. If you're ever in a spaceship, you do not want it to be shaking that much. Goodness. Salmon is amazing. Haddock. Okay, haddock is good. I have not had haddock in a long time. In general, I think most fish is good, in my opinion. I mean, I guess I'm not picky. It's fine if people are, but I do enjoy a wide variety of seafood. Do you have any that you outright dislike? Is that a thing, or are you similar to me? Consciousness in my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. Wow, that sounds awful. That sounds particularly terrifying. Goodness gracious. Well, I mean, I suppose most stories with an adventure sense have to start with some sort of calamity, right? You've got to frame the experience in a way. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. There's very little foods you dislike. That's a good way to be. I am the same way. I am absolutely the same way. I think that a lot of people, especially I think a lot of people start off as children disliking certain foods, and then you realize when you're older, like for me, for instance, I disliked sour cream for the longest time. I didn't even know why I disliked it. I think I disliked it because my dad disliked it. I don't know. But I grew up and I realized it's actually good. There's sour cream in mashed potatoes. There's sour cream in my tacos. Goodness gracious, there's sour cream in tons of things I like. So yeah, I think you've got the right of it that most foods prepared some specific way can be good. Can be good, really. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. Definitely don't want that to happen, goodness gracious. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then someone found a cure. That's handy dandy. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. They look kind of like the final boss from Pikmin 3. A big old gold blob. And give me nightmares. Goodness gracious. Well, looks like they're all fading out of existence. Very well, Samus, you're being cured. Although you're not entirely too sure of that, it looks like. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived. Reborn is something different. Game Boy Advance art is lovely. Game Boy Advance era really was a great era of handheld gaming. I might be biased since I was, like a 12-year-old in that time, and people tend to veil things over with nostalgia, and I could be guilty of that, but I agree. Completely love it. I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I keep wanting to say BLT in my mind, and it's taking everything I can. Oh my goodness. Whew. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team spent the last batch of creatures we captured there, not spent, excuse me, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I've found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other commanding officer. You think of British Sign Language. Ah, that makes sense. That does make sense. What is that, a potato? We're going to Planet Chicken Leg. Goodness gracious. Ship pulls into the dock. It's very purple. Very pretty. Purple's another great color. Talking of great colors, pink, purple. Guess we just like the peas here. Oh, but really, all colors, man. All colors are great. In some fashion. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR388 as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate. Alright, so there's the target where we're meant to be headed. Am I to assume we are the purple flashing bit in the bottom right? The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Yeah, makes sense to me. Now, go to the quarantine bay. Do it now. Okie dokie. I can handle that. Here we go. So let's test out the controls. Nope. Don't mean to get back in the ship. But I suppose we could save. And we've certainly accomplished a lot. Really, I mean, goodness knows we wouldn't have to redo all that. We wouldn't want to. Save complete. Confirm mission objective. No, it's fine. I do believe it's still fresh in my mind. Thank you very much. So, I just want to test out the controls here. Obviously, control sticks left and right, though I think I'm going to use the D-pad instead. That just feels a tad bit more intuitive to me, particularly because this is a Game Boy Advance game, and they didn't have control sticks. I mean, maybe some people modded theirs out to have a control stick, but it's not the Game Boy Advance that I'm used to. And as you might imagine, all four directions do all four directions. On the right-hand side here, okay, so then we got the blaster there for X, and then A is jump, and B is also blaster. So probably just stick with A and B, really. Keeping it true to form with the Game Boy Advance. The R and L, okay, so L will give you an angle there, and you can use the D-pad to change that up. Okay, don't get dizzy now, Samus. Goodness gracious, you've got demons to eliminate at the very least. We've got 99 energy. I'm kind of scanning over here to see if there's anything that I'm missing. We got a double jump at all? We kind of do. Do we? Or am I just imagining that? She's very acrobatic. Goodness gracious. She's doing like 3 front flips every jump. Man, I thought I was good on a trampoline. I would be throwing up right now. It's incredible. I mean, Samus is an athlete. Like, goodness gracious, Samus is a bad booty. Main deck. Am I going the right way? I'm going to have to... Is this the map? It is the map, and it looks like we are going the right way. We're going to have to go west a little bit more, and then up, and then continue west. So, just bear west, I suppose, is the objective here. Navigation room, hello. Log into the computer, maybe check my Gmail or something. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Biosigns presumably meaning enemies. One would have to imagine. I don't know. Maybe someone just used the restroom or something. Left a pile of that somewhere. That'd be gross, but hey, it's also entirely possible. Goodness knows that, you know, stranger things have happened. Speaking of stranger things, I forget. I had something to say about Stranger Things. I don't know. Oh, it crossed my mind and I left it just as quickly. Can we go in there? No, we don't know how to get into a ball just yet. I remember in the last Metroid game I played for the Super Nintendo. I think it was called Super Metroid. You had to learn that. Flumper says her suit must weigh like nothing, because imagine trying to somersault that high. Yeah, right? Either that, or she can squat like 1,000 friggin' pounds. I mean, either which way, I guess I wouldn't be surprised. Let's... Oh, I see the biological signs. It is some sort of scary frog. You wanna come here? I'm gonna blast you. Yeah, good night, sweet prince. Ooh, we collected a little bit of... I guess maybe that was energy? So we're here, we've investigated. This is... Is this where we're supposed to go? What's the objective? Hostile creature sighted. Report to the navigation room. Okay, we were just there. I guess I gotta go back? Maybe I didn't do that correctly. I'm not 100% certain. Goodness knows. Goodness knows that I am not a professional. Alright, I play a lot of video games, a lot of Nintendo games specifically. Couldn't tell you one that I'm actually, like, good at. I am exceptionally average at virtually all of them, except for Mario Kart. I consider myself quite bad at Mario Kart, unless I'm streaming, apparently, and then I do okay. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. That gelatinous X parasites invaded and rapidly reproduced, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. Wow. Sounds pretty terrible. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. But it has also damaged and changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them. So that, yeah, that's what we just saw happen when we eliminated that toad. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environment at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? So my objective, I guess, is to go eliminate them, even though they're telling me that, that we're at 10% strength. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's clear. It's clear that you're asking a lot of me, but goodness gracious, we are an interplanetary hero. We're going to do as such. Now, get going. I have released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. Okay, blinking hatches. Let's check the map again real quick. Let's hold up on there. So our target's over. We're going to have to go one square over, then up, it would look like, and then to the right. Head east. Okie dokie. Well, sounds simple enough. I mean, I really do appreciate the navigation system it affords you in Super Metroid. Now, this could have been just because I didn't get far enough into the game, or I just didn't understand it well enough. Goodness knows, like I said, not the greatest at video games, but I don't remember it being this user-friendly. You should eliminate them. You will fail. Is your objective? Yeah, right. It's the definition of a suicide mission here. They're like, well, you can give it a shot. Good idea to save right now. Might as well. We've made some semblance of progress, it would seem. Save complete. And into the next room. I just want to double check my map real quick. Yes, so we have to ascend right here. Oh my goodness gracious, what is that? Two things. Two things are very scary. Hello, sir. Hope you don't need that face anymore because it's gone. And this door is the one. Into the is a navigation room? Is that? It is navigation room. Let's log into the computer real quick. I have received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapon data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. Ooh. This will help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. Ah, so we want to go there probably prior to tackling the enemies. I'm going to have to assume that the missiles will help you kill enemies, right? Like, far be it from me. I'm no expert, by the way, but seems like it makes sense. Is your objective clear? Yeah, that makes sense to me. With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. Goodness gracious, that's nearly a quarter. I'll take that. I'll take any increase in survival odds we can get. And yes, I'm trying to utilize the mini-map as best as possible, but it kind of gives you a small little snippet of the overall map, as a mini-map will do. I feel like using missiles in a spaceship is a bit dangerous. Yeah, you are right on the head there, hitting the nail. I can't imagine you'd want to blow a hole in the wall. You're gonna get yourself hurt. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation commanding officer I served under named Adam Malkovich. He called me lady, quote unquote, on missions. From anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Aw. Adam the computer. Okay, we're in here, right? Well, there's 4 rooms, so I guess we gotta go up, perhaps? Into a navigation room, and then to the right into a data room. Navigation room first. The data room is just ahead. Indeed. Okay, thank you. Very helpful. Alright, well, we are here in the data room. Give me the data, alright? Juice it into my spacesuit. Missile data downloaded. Hold R and press B. Man, I wish I could download capabilities. You know, like I go to the gym, I wanna run a mile a little bit faster. I'm gonna download that 6-minute mile. Can I download a lower blood pressure, please? So hold that and boom. Oh, well, maybe don't do that. They look to be finite. There is a limited amount of missiles in my possession, now only down to 9. Good to know. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. Well, I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge bio signs, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use a recharge room or absorb a special type of X parasite. You'll see them. Try it out. Is your objective clear? Sure is. Sure is. Let's do it. Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Now find a way to the target. Well, I mean, if I did not hesitate to use the missiles would be gone. I'd have no missiles to worry about. Is this what they mean? It is, I think. Or is this a secret? Ooh. Hello. What if I missile you? What if I missile you again? Got a finite amount. Okay, one more time was enough. One more time was enough. That's fine. Oh, and we got missiles from that, too. Interesting. What is this? Like a plumbing system here. This might actually be like the way we're supposed to go, too, funnily enough. Just lucked on it. What is this? Can I have this? Not you, Rob Zombie. I want your essence or whatever. Just come back. You cannot go back. Okay. Fascinating. Ladder. Yes, very good. I'm just kind of moving along willy-nilly here. I'm not 100% certain that what I'm doing is correct, but we're doing it. Looks like we have to go down one more square and then east, and then we'll be roughly where we need to be. How many missiles come in a missile pack there? Like, before I touch this, I want to make sure that I'm not going to waste it, right? Because if there's 5 there, I'd rather come back when I do. Need all 5. Maybe I can't come back. I'm just going to get them. Oh, we have 12. There was 5. Look at that. Missile tank acquired. Missile capacity increased. Ah, okay. So it's not even like a consumable. That was a straight up upgrade. Very cool. Main deck. Here we are. We have to eliminate you. So sorry. I know that you probably only were going to the bathroom or something, buddy, but you can't do that. Not here. That is... Whoa! No, buddy. Excuse me. That's uncalled for. Yeah, that's what I thought. You gonna do it again? No, maybe not. Don't do that. Excuse me. I'm losing energy. We're down nearly at 50%. Not necessarily ideal. Excuse me. Thank you. Can I blast you? Yep. And that was all she wrote. Beautiful, and my goodness gracious, you little buggers are persistent, aren't you? You're like dry bones from Super Mario. See you later. Alright, are we headed the right way still? We are. That was not the biomaterial, apparently. And we've got 15 missiles. Ooh, we gotta do some wall jumps here. Let's get athletic, Samus. And let's get good at platforming, LP. Easier said than done, of course. Okay, we're gonna have to do it again. There we go. What is this? Energy tank acquired. Energy capacity increased. That is handy dandy. Alright, that's gonna increase our HP, right? Maybe? I mean, I guess it probably just increased to the cap for it. I was hoping that it would also increase where it was at. Oh, okay. Okay, hello. Just fire away. Hit it. Hit it. Nope, don't touch me like that. Okay, that's not very good. Kind of diseased armadillo. Nope. I'm gonna have to ask you kindly to not do that. Thank you. Just roll around underneath me. Dang, we are at a quarter HP. Quarter HP. Oh gosh. Oh, we're at 5 HP. And we're... Oh, we had the capacity thing. I see, so it's like an extra row. I get it. We're already, like, gosh darn done with that extra row again. Oh, man. We gotta get a little bit better at dodging here. A little bit better. Okay, we've got 3 more missiles. Look this way. Okay. I'm going over this way. Perfect. Look at me. Hello? I'm over this way. Get blasted. Got no more missiles. Oh, when we are deceased. Promptly shedding our armor. How sad. He does look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles villain. Goodness gracious. Oh, well that was neat. That was my first experience. We're gonna go to the title. I'm just gonna dabble a little bit with that. We're gonna head back to the game selection screen. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to Minish Cap or Mario and Luigi. Go to Minish Cap. Now this calls for the stream manager change because I learned how to do that. I think. If I could maybe do it again potentially. Edit stream info. There we go. It's a learning process. Gosh darn it. Press start. I'm trying to multitask here. Change the name while I'm also pressing buttons. Resume that file. Minish Cap. There we are. 2 games, and save. Perfect. Sometimes a way will open for you when you are smaller. Okay, yeah, that's right. Last time we played, we just got the cap and was explaining the use case for it. You've got to try everything you can, my boy. Indeed. Hello, little Octo. I'm gonna have to kill you, so sorry. Okay, now this game, unlike the last, in case you didn't listen to my monologue earlier, I have played this game. I got this game when it first came out, in fact. I got it as an incentive to be a good boy on a plane flight to Germany. My aunt and uncle, my godparents actually specifically, lived in Germany, and I was 12 years old, and I got invited to go visit them with my grandma. And the flight from where I lived at the time was in California to Germany. It's a long flight. Of course, it's a sequence of flights, you might imagine, but it's a long time traveling. And I played this game. I beat it, I think, like twice over the course of that trip there and back. But it's just a real fond memory for me. And I agree. It might be my favorite 2D Zelda. It's close between this one and the Oracle of Seasons / Oracle of Ages for the Game Boy Color. Also very good games that are potentially coming to Nintendo Switch Online. I believe we saw that in the Nintendo Direct as well, at least them getting referenced. I think I'm going the wrong way. I think I actually have to go this way. Sorry, let's just roll. It's a little bit quicker to travel. Go that way. Nope, don't touch the water. The water sucks. Okay, on to this way. Very nice. Eastern Hills. Maybe not. Actually, oh, Jiminy Christmas. We are getting assaulted by the locals. I'm so sorry. You guys are quite athletic. Especially you on the bottom. Goodness gracious. Holding up, what, 5 of your comrades? That's practically unheard of. So, Maybe we do have to go back into the woods. We'll dig around a little bit. It's been a while since I played, even longer yet since I've beaten this game. This is like a Minish thing. But you need to hop on a log or a stump, if I remember correctly, to actually do the benefits. I think there's one down here. Yes, let's throw some bushes first. Chop down a couple chews. Excuse me, buddy. You got any delicacy for me? No? Alright, good. This right here, yes, this is where we can shrink. Excellent. Very good. The hat whispers some sweet nothings, and we're transported inside the crack. Very nice. Big ol' mushrooms. You know, Nintendo Capri Sun actually, I think, just finished an LP of this. Watched a few of those episodes. It's very nice. Dude is an animal. He's been doing Let's Plays for like 15 years now. Okay. I guess we can go inside of this log now. Beautiful. What is that? Oh, they're lily pads. I thought they were creatures. Oh no! We're drowning. That's not conducive to, you know, the success of our mission here. Now, is this going to be... Yes, it is. A map transition. Excellent. Look at this acorn. Imagine how much protein is in that. In this one, too. In this. Fiber. There's just food everywhere. Can you tell I'm hungry? Goodness gracious. who sees sticks and leaves and is like, yeah, delicious. Apparently me. Apparently me. Although I'm going to be having chicken and rice tonight, so a far cry from sticks and leaves. It appears we have found the Minish village. Well, hello there, friends. Cute little buddies. You got such beautiful hats. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish.
I guess it's really been some time since they last saw a human. What's that? You didn't understand what they were saying just now? Well, yes, that was the language of the Minish. What's a little different from the dialect I am most familiar with. Well, I'm afraid I didn't catch most of what they said myself. But perhaps there is someone here who understands your language, highlighted in a pretty light blue. We should look around. We should look around indeed. Is it you? Do you speak Hylian? Or English, or whatever this is? Apparently not. Okay, well, that's fine. As always, Zelda music is amazing. You're just chock full of good opinions, aren't you, Flumfer? I completely agree. What's your favorite, well, two-part question. What's your favorite Zelda song, and then what's your favorite Zelda soundtrack? I've got mine ready whenever you give me yours. Let's look around here. Is it you? Do you speak the native tongue? No, you do not. Goodness gracious. Didn't look like there was a whole lot of other places for us to go. I guess we didn't go down this corridor, so we'll have to... Okay, we can go left, straight, and then the left forks off as well. So we'll start left. And man, okay, looks like there's actually a lot here. And it circles back. Oh, okay. It's not too terribly confusing. We'll be able to figure this out eventually. And just speak to everyone. Now, I'd have to imagine that whoever it is that speaks the common tongue or whatever is not going to present themselves the same way as everyone does here, right? Like, they're going to look different. Perhaps they'll be an elder or something. I'd played this game. I've beaten this game. I already talked about that. But it has been, goodness gracious, almost 20 years. And man, I can barely remember what I had for breakfast today. So I pretty much playing this blind. This looks like where someone who speaks English would live. Okay. No? No English? No English? Okay, what if we roll into you? Still no English. Okay, well, see you later. You've got a, what looks to be a needle. A thread and needle as well. You've been doing some sewing. Helping out Cinderella, perhaps? Cinderella. This. Okay, this is even more established of a building. Wow. You know the common... There we go. There it is. I've never seen an outfit like that before. Are you a human? Oh my, it's been quite some time since any humans came here. My name is Fustari. I watch the abbey as well as the shrine to the north. You seem to be having some trouble with our language, don't you? Well, you could use a jabbernet. A what? A jabbernet. It will allow you to understand our tongue. You should be able to find one in the barrel house just south of here.
Very nice. Don't mind me if I just kind of poke around your chamber here a little bit. It's very pretty. All sorts of crystalline structures and an overall pleasant blue tone. It's quite soothing on the eyes and the soul. Very nice. Looks like they're guarding a door or something, or a passage. Perhaps they are. Maybe once we've received the stone, we'll be able to communicate with them a little bit more in depth. And he said just south of here, if I remember correctly. So that would put us here, would it not? I'm trying to recall exactly where I am. No, yeah, okay, so continue further south. Barrel. Not just south, alright? That's a little bit southeast. Come on now, gotta be specific here. Goodness gracious, I could be lost, alright? I am a foreigner here. Oh, I flubbed that up. That is not how you solve that puzzle. Yes, push the crate into the only hallway that you could potentially access. Link, beautifully done. Beautifully done. Oh no, and then drop your controller, because that's always helpful as well. Alright, now this time let's do it again, but better. That looks particularly nut-like.
Oh, Link, this must be the Jabbernut Fastari told you about. Well, you'd better eat it if you plan on making any progress at all.
It's got lips. It's got lips that are flapping about. I don't feel particularly good about putting that in my mouth. You ate the Jabbernut. Now you can understand the language of the Minish. Very good. Difficult question. You think that the Skyward Sword version of Zelda's Lullaby is your favorite, followed by Ocarina's Lost Woods, and then Gerudo Valley, but Groos's theme from Skyward Sword gets an honorable mention. Overall, Breath of the Wild has the best soundtrack because of how fitting it is. You know, that's pretty solid. Breath of the Wild's soundtrack is very ambient in nature, right? And a lot of people didn't like that because it's a far cry from what Koji Kondo had composed for all the other Zelda games. And I'm with you. I like how fitting it is. Like, it definitely does fit the overall, like, aesthetic, if you will, of the game. But personally, the Majora's Mask soundtrack is my favorite, followed closely by Wind Waker. And this could be just like a veil of nostalgia, as we've talked about before. But two of my favorite Zelda songs are in Majora's Mask, those being the Stone Tower Temple and the Deku Palace theme. I absolutely love those. I love every single cover of those that I've ever heard, particularly Toxic X Eternity's heavier, like, metal cover of Stone Tower Temple. And then older yet, CS Guitar 3, I think his YouTube channel name was, but he stopped making stuff in like 2015, but he had a really good cover of it as well. All around though, like you said, Zelda music, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong with Zelda music.
So you've eaten the Jabbernut, and now you can understand us. The Elder said that humans can no longer see us as they could. Well, it's amazing that you can see us.
It is amazing. It is amazing. I think so as well. Time to go communicate with all the locals, I suppose. Eventually, we'll head back to the, what I guess was the palace, and talk to that person there. But I'd like to see what these people have to say.
Our ancestors, the ancient Minish, used the portal between our worlds. It brought them into the human world, and then they settled in this forest.
You have anything in here for me? Can I just check this stuff out? I do appreciate that they're watching me. Far too often do I go into people's houses in Zelda games or video games in general and just start checking their surroundings, and they just stand there. None the wiser. It's in house number 2.
There are so many monsters around these woods lately. The Elder said that even the shrine to the north is filled with monsters now.
Well, that's disappointing. You don't want your shrines, your holy places filled with monsters. That is sacrilegious.
Do you know about Kingstone pieces? They're all the rage among humans now.
I am not familiar with those, no. But humans love them apparently, not this human. Hey, Link has none.
Hey, nice clothes. Well, I want to wear human clothes too.
I mean, you couldn't because you're so small, but you could probably fashion some in a similar way, or maybe Link could, like, he could get big again and put on like a bunch of different clothing and then shrink and then take it off and then get big and then put clothes on and then shrink. You could run a business that way.
I'm getting set to leave for town and visit some of my Minish friends there.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem like any of them have anything particularly insightful to say or necessary. Maybe they did, and I just didn't investigate it deeply enough, but we're talking to this dude.
So you've eaten the Jabbernut, and now you can understand us. Sorry, but I know little about swords. I'm sure the Elder can help you.
You're not the Elder. Who's the Elder? Is the Elder the one in the house to the west of this? They also seemed rather important, I suppose. They had a large house, so I'd have to imagine that they're worth something. in our adventure. Do they look old? They got a needle. Maybe they're old. Let's talk.
Oh, you speak our language. It's been quite a while since we've heard outsiders speak our tongue. We have little to offer you in these woods, but please, enjoy your stay.
Thank you for your offer, but we have no time to relax. My name is Eslo. This child is Link. We need to break a curse that has been cast on the Princess of Hyrule. To do so, we'll need to reforge the broken Pickery Blade.
Oh, yes, and you've come here now hoping to have the blade reforged? Well, if that's what you're after, you'll need 4 mystic elements. These elements are the crystalline forms of the energies of this world. Only by infusing the blade with these energies can a new blade be forged. Here, give me your map. I can mark where these elements can be found.
Very good. Very good. Now we have plot development and direction for the next leg of the game. It looks like there's 4 of them. One of them is roughly where we are, that purple one, I believe. And then one just north and the other 2 to the west. Fascinating. Okay.
The earth element can be found in the shrine to the north of the Festari's Abbey. Speak with Festari. He will show you the path to the shrine's entrance. Go with caution. Evil creatures have lately made their home in our shrine. Return to me at once after you have found the earth element.
Okie dokie. Now that makes sense why that dude was guarding that door. We had to overcome this little bit of dialogue before they would then let us pass. Too much rolling. I'm rolling past the way I need to go. Oh, man. I just adore this game. I adore Zelda, to be honest with you. You wish to go to the shrine? Very well, this way. We beast? Oh, vile beast. What? We? Yes, we are all beasts. No, vile beasts have settled in recently. Be careful. It is quite dangerous. Okay, well, the Minish Woods. Back here. And then back to the Minish Woods. Yes. Now we need to go not west, apparently. Doesn't look like we can. We go north underneath this, and then we go. Is that water? We'll test that out. Majora's Mask, probably favorite 3D Zelda game. It's such a bizarre and sorrowful game, and the music complements it perfectly. The Last Day thing is probably my favorite. All very good points. All very good points. I recently, well, I guess not recently, but near the last end of 2022 on the YouTube channel, I did a Let's Play of Majora's Mask and got all of the masks. And I had forgotten just how sad it was. Like the Anju and Cafe side quest, man. Pretty sad. Almost as sad as Mother 3. That's the only video game that has outright made me cry, was the end of Mother 3. And I played that on YouTube too. I had to cry in front of everyone. It was great. Alright, can we go east or west at all here? We can, but it doesn't actually do anything for us. It just takes us back to the overworld. So, we'll do a sweet little somersault into the Deepwood Shrine. So, this would be the Deepwood Shrine the Minish Elder spoke of. He said something about there being monsters inside, didn't he? Hey now, no reason to be afraid or anything. Well, I'll be waiting right here. Yeah, you're staying on my head, Eslo. You're not hopping off me, all right? Otherwise, we probably would no longer be small. Let's just break some pottery first, because, you know, as Link will do, he has an innate urge to destroy ceramics. The doctors have told him that it's incurable. It's just who he is. Can we cut through the webbing at all? No, the webbing is too elastic. It just bounces around. Another puzzle. Promptly bested by Link, of course. Very nice. Ooh, it's dark in here, and there's some enemies. Are they electric? No, they're not, and they're very slow moving, which is helpful because that means that they won't hurt us. But do we even need to hurt them? You know, we just come into this place, see things that are alive. We don't actually know what the monsters are. We just start killing any forms of life we find in here. Presumably we do need to kill them, but that is kind of mean. I see you. Okay, we gotta ignite these. For a second there, I was a little bit worried that I was already stumped. I was already stumped. We got a chest. Is it a key? It is a key. Ba-na-na-na. Use it to unlock doors and blocks. You can use it only in this dungeon. No matter. There's a locked door here. See if you can find a key to open it. I have it. I have a key. You were there, Eslo. I mean, you paying attention, dude? You're on my head. Little slug demon falls from the ceiling. Sorry, dude. Another one. Okay, I'm going to assume that those would hurt if they touched us, so I'm just getting rid of them.
Do you see that lever? I think you should pull it. Just stand in front of it and press R to grab it, then press D-pad down to pull.
I would love to. I would love to. Look at that, Link. You've got such great grip strength. Okay, and there's a mushroom. Hit it. Pull it. Bop it. Oh, yeah, you... Pull the mushroom. Link is... All the blood is rushing to his face and his feet. Interesting. What if I let go of the D-pad instead? Yes! Okay, that's cool. I like that. Very neat mechanic. Very neat, Nintendo. Always doing things that I like, gosh darn it. Seems that that's all there is for us here. We don't need to destroy any of the ceramics because... Oh my goodness gracious. That is a phallic monster, and that is inappropriate, alright? This is a family-friendly channel. You need to get out of here. I have to put a sensor... Alright, I don't want to touch whatever those spores are. You could just... Maybe we can't even kill him while he's on the spores. You come over here. Maybe we just can't kill him at all. Let's not even worry about it. Let's go down inside this barrel. Anything for us in here? We can go through it. There's more mushrooms. The Crimea Romani stuff gets you every time. Yeah, that's also pretty sad. Pretty sad. That used to be like the hardest part of the game for me when I was a child. Specifically like guarding from the others or whatever when they'd invade.
Wow, look at the size of that barrel. Well, all right. How silly of me. It's not big, we're just small.
Indeed, and we just came through it too, as well. Yeah, very perceptive bird. Oh, I see. Yes, of course. Push the block there, and then press this, and that ignites the flame, which then lights the vines. Loosening the barrel? Is it loosening the barrel? Is that what just happened there? Okay, it looks like that is the case. I'm not certain what that did for us, but we'll have to go back inside of it. Maybe something will be different. So these guys aren't even a problem. They just put the spores all over the ground, and it makes it slow for us to move on them. We can still roll. It's kind of gross. We're getting that all over our body and stuff. Link's going to have to take a shower, deep sanitization bath or something, but not inherently dangerous, which I guess is the most important thing. So we light this one. The barrel is completely freed on both sides now. You think maybe you can roll the barrel now? I think you might be right. Let me... excuse me, buddy. No, pardon me. I'm just going to go around. No, you hurt me. And now we can move it.
Well, hey, be careful, my lad. The barrel just moved.
That's the point. Ah, because now we can go this way. Well, maybe. There we go. Oh, a little trial and error. Oh, that's all it takes. All right. What do we have here? Another little... That looks like a monster. That's the first thing that straight up looks like a monster. Sliding around. Excuse me. Can you perish, please? Thank you. Another grabby shroom. But what if we did this instead? What if we just pushed that? Okay, well, what if we pushed it that way? Okay, what if we didn't push it at all? Never mind. We'll go over here and we'll pull on some mushrooms because that's apparently what we're meant to do in this instance. Maybe we just have to push that from top to bottom, and that'll let us out. Yes, that would make the most sense. Hey, there's a piece of heart and a chest. I almost missed the chest. Goodness gracious. You found a dungeon map. Check it on your map screen. Lighter rooms are ones you visited. The blinking room is your location. Press up or down on the D-pad to check different floors. Sure thing. Let's check that out real quick. Okay, so it's a 3-floor dungeon, technically, I guess. I don't know, there's not a whole lot going on basement 2, but it still counts. Still counts, and there's not even less going on, I guess, on floor 1, technically. But the bulk of it is where we're at now. Interesting. Can we go through this water? No, we cannot. Goodness gracious, Link has never swam in a pool in his whole life. Still can't move that. Okay, well, we'll go back to the main chamber here. There was a couple of directions that I wanted to explore that I wasn't sure. Also, yeah, the weird alien segment's so bizarre, even for Majora's Mask. Still makes no sense. It was very, very strange. It's canon now that extraterrestrials are in Zelda. Now, this direction I had not yet explored. Yes, there's not really a whole lot I can do. I can go up that way, though, so maybe we have to roll the barrel once more. Excuse me, Mr. Shroom. I'm just gonna go this way. And we roll that. Ooh. Can we go? Not quite, not quite. There it is. There we go. And can we push this one? We can, so now we can kind of come freely through. And that requires a thing to be dealt to it. Interesting. Okay, so we're... What is this right here, then? What other items do we have? We just have the shield and the sword. We can't do anything just yet. Okay. Okay, very interesting. You guys, yeah, I can't do anything about these little mushrooms. Very strange indeed. And we are keyless, right? Yeah, we used the last key already. So back into the barrel. Let's see if there's anything else for us. Keep it rolling. And we already went this way, but I'm just going to investigate it once more to double check that I didn't miss anything. Could we pull this less than we pulled it last time and hop over? Survey says yes. Survey says yes. Excellent. I'm going to move this real quick just because I'm out here. And then we will move on deeper into the dungeon. Accomplishing things. Look at that. Ooh. Massive insects. Goodness gracious. Almost looks like a Yanma Pokemon. Oh, nope. That is a false bridge. That bridge does not want to stick around. What we need now is something to hold down this switch. Oh. Could it be a pot? Perhaps. How do I set it without throwing it? Well, that was not ideal. Okay, well, let's leave the room and come back, and hopefully that will respawn. I mean, technically, there was supposed to be Aliens Breath of the Wild, but it never made it past the concept art stage. Really? I didn't know that. That's nifty. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's pretty cool. I wonder if they'll, if that'll be reflected at all in Tears of the Kingdom in any fashion. Speaking of which, I'm super excited for Tears of the Kingdom. Goodness gracious. Just, what now, 2 months? Well, less than 2 months, really, because it comes out May 12th. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Got another button pressing here.
Once you take hold of something with R, use the pad to push or pull it. Well, this is extremely important, so I hope you take pains to remember it, yes. Please, take the plains, the prairie.
Let's push these onto place, and then the chest pops into place. I'm just gonna do it like this. There we go. A key? Is it a key? It is a key indeed. And we already know where to put this because there was back at the first room in the main central chamber, there was a locked door. Beautiful. Let's... Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad the pot stuck around. That was very kind of you. Oh, but this block did not stick around. This block wanted to slide back into place. Autonomously. It did it of its own volition. Truly. I've never seen a more mobile piece of pottery in my life. Roll this. Continually, please. A little bit further. That'll be it. Barely squeezing through there. Goodness gracious. And then into the next room. Now I'm going to have to guess we get some sort of like torch or something as the item in this dungeon, because the spider webs are pretty prevalent and the torch would burn them, but then this stuff on the ground I feel like a torch would affect. We could use that mushroom to fling across, but I don't want to do that just yet. I want to check where this goes. But this drops us down and we wouldn't be able to get back up. Either which way, I guess I don't love the decisions we have to make, but we'll do this one first because I feel more confident in this one letting us come back than the other one. Okay, cool. Yeah, and there's a switch here which gives us access to that, but there's also this. How far do we need to go? All the way to the bridge? That was a little bit of overkill, but that works. Okay, so we can't forget that we still have to explore the northern section there, but we're kind of stuck over here now, so we'll press forward. Not get dropped on by slugs. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. That's not allowed, alright. That's assault. We're gonna have to pull this one. You come over here. Right? Oh, yes, I see now. Haha, yes, I get it. You come right there. And then we'll push the other one all the way over. For a second there, I was a little bit concerned. How am I gonna get around that? It's impossible. Not impossible. In fact, it is possible. What do we have here? Oh goodness, it's a mini boss. Except it's just 3 normal enemies because it's the first dungeon, so they take things a little bit easier on us, which is nice. And then I guess we'll get the compass. Some sort of chest is gonna spawn in the center. A key. The key is just as useful as anything, really. You need that to complete the game, so can't complain about that. And now we're back to where we were. Perfect. So we did need to do that because presumably we're going to go this way and come across a locked door. And at that point I would have been, well, goodness, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's happening. So we'll hop down here. Hello, friend. Goodbye, friend. Goodbye. Thank you. See you later. And you as well. You as well. All right, so we could go down the stairs. We can go west. We'll do west just first. We'll go left. Left for LP. That's my name. LP. There we go. Oh, more mushrooms. Beautiful. Except not really. So that's open. I guess that goes back to the central chamber, so that helps us connect to these rooms. There's a key door. Another piece of heart up there, and then a vacant door. Do the vacant door first. No, we will not. That's a big friend. We're gonna have to go kill them. Let's do that. Excuse me. Very much like to enter this. Thank you. Very good. And now you are going to give us an item, aren't you? How do we eliminate you? Like this, I guess? Ooh, goodness, he's red and pissed off like a wiggler. Okay, I see now. I get it. You hit the nose, turn them on a little. Oh, no. You hit the nose, turn them on, turn them all red, and then you can hit the rest of the body. I see. Coming around this way, coming down south, and to the booty. Big heart, and good night, sweet prince. You've been eliminated, and a big chest spawns in the center, either a compass or... Ooh, you got the gust jar. Okay, so not a fire. What is it with Nintendo caterpillars getting angry? Yeah, isn't that the truth? Goodness gracious. Caterpillars, totally known for their hostile temperament in actuality, except not. Set it to A or B on the item screen to use it. Okay, let's check this out. The gust, well, let's keep the sword out. Boom. Does that blow away these things? It sucks them up. Oh, very nice. I see. Okay, it looks like those are all just kind of on the wall. And now we get the piece of heart. Beautiful. I think that is, yep, our second piece. So we will not be getting a full new heart container. Well, I mean, once we eliminate the boss, we will get a full new heart container. But I think there's only 2 pieces in here. Or at least there's only been 2 that I see. There's one right there. What if we eat all this? Can we eat you? Suck the mushrooms up? What's happening here? Oh, this is... Oh, we've sucked the color right out of them. I am so sorry. Now you must perish. Put you out of your misery. Okay. Well, I wonder if we absorb all this, is there any benefit to doing this? Presumably, we get like rupees at the very least. Apparently not. Okay, well, moving back towards where we came from. It's weird that I remember more about the manga for this game than the actual game itself. I have never read the manga for this game. I didn't even know there was one. That's cool. I knew there was some. I think I have the Majora's Mask one and a link to the past one. Are they by the same people? Or same person, I suppose? People, maybe there's probably a team that worked on it. One for art, one for writing and stuff like that, at the very least. Okay. Yeah, I'm no completionist, but I just want to check that out to make sure that I'm not missing anything there. Can I suck the fly? Yes. And you can fire it away. That was neat. What if we do this? I feel like that should work. Interesting.
Now there's a puzzler. I suspect there's not much more we can do here right now. Let's press on. Perhaps we can work this from another angle later on.
Oh, okay. Well, you're the boss, I suppose, Eslo. There's no other way to leave here, so we'll just come back the way we came. Thankfully, we do have the Gust thing, so we'll at least be able to access new areas of the dungeon. Well, oh, yeah, we got the thing over here. That's right, that's right. We'll be able to access new areas of the dungeon, one from the barrel. Man, you guys work quick. You already spewed a bunch more fungus everywhere. It's incredible. Now this one right here. Come along, please. Okay, now where does that take us? Ooh, we fall. Way down below. Can we bring that over?
Now what? Unless we find a way to travel by water, we won't be going much further.
We bring... Yes, look at that. Bring the lily pad to us. Now push it. And now we need to go this way. Very cool. Very cool. I love it. And... No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. That's not cool, alright? I know that you're right upset. You live in a dungeon, for goodness sake, and I can't imagine you get a whole lot of food to eat, but don't eat me. Alright? I'm just here to, well, I guess, eliminate you. Or your boss, or whatever. Your friend? I don't know. I don't know the relation between, like, the boss monster and the minion monsters here. There's several manga series, but I imagine we're both thinking of the same series because it's the most popular one. They are by Akira... Oop, I saw the fly. By Akira Himiwaka. I probably butchered the spelling. The shared pen name of two people. Gotcha. Okay. I think we are thinking of the same one. I have it over here. I'm still unpacking. We moved relatively recently, and we haven't fully moved in yet, but I do have one of those out. I don't know. I don't want to go look for it right now. Maybe next time I'll have it, like, on hand. Interesting. And you can't... I wish that we could place the pottery. Link only throws. Link only throws. Such a destructive lad, really. Just place it, man. Just set it down. No, he does not place it. Alright, well, if we destroy all of them, will something happen for us? No, nothing particularly. Okay, so we need to find a way to set that down permanently. Interesting. Is there anything else around here? Like, what about this? Can we take that with us? The brick? No. That would be neat. I mean, that would make sense to me if that was the case, but apparently it's not. Fascinating. I am not 100% certain here. Let's go back a little bit and see if there's something that we missed, perhaps. Perhaps, yes. If we missed, perhaps. Is there anything in the center room? There was the key door up this way, which we cannot yet access. Excuse me, it's raining slugs! Whatever the opposite of hallelujah is. No, thank you. Go back down the way we came. Anything. I'm just looking for something to set on a button. Really, as though it'd be nice if we could just set you there. Yeah, no, we got nothing. So whatever it takes to solve that puzzle is here. We cannot go back up a waterfall. We're not a salmon, goodness gracious. So we'll have to just be a wee bit more resourceful with what we've been given. Don't miss the exit now. So all of those potteries respond. I mean, as we know that they do, poor slugs. Yeah, it is an ill fate to have to drop from a ceiling every time a new adventurer passes. Oh! That was interesting. Is that something helpful? Jump on this? I don't think so. It doesn't actually damage us, though. Maybe Link just needs to take a dip a few times. What if... Can we push one? We can push one. Alright, I don't know why I didn't think of that. I'm just trying to pick things up always. Goodness gracious. But once we pick them up, all we can do is throw it, and that's not at all helpful if you're trying to maintain the structural integrity of a piece of ceramic. And onward. Let's get off here. Okay, a little more to the right, it would seem. No. Okay, a little closer. There we go. Oh, and look at this. We're back in this room. I see what Eslo is saying. From a different angle, indeed. Perfect. Push this pad over here. Now we can push a piece of pottery onto that. And boom. Get a key. Yep, exactly. Beautiful. Use it to open locked doors and blocks. Excellent. We're making actually some real significant progress here. Real significant progress. Let me check the map real quick just to see what else there is in here that we haven't even seen. Is that it? Just like 2 more rooms? We're about to beat it. We're about to beat it, goodness gracious. Beating a dungeon in like 20 minutes, it's practically unheard of. Especially for me. My goodness. Oh, well, hey, I'm not complaining, not in the slightest. Let's just fire on this old blaster here. Come on, Link, get the propulsion back. There we go. And now I get there is still a big chest. That has to be, I guess, the boss key, I suppose. And this will lead us there in some... Yeah, this will lead us there in some fashion. Not before we take a nice dip. Okay. This will lead us to this one. We need to go this way. But then what? Can we bring that oh, we can suck the mushroom on over here. That was neat. It's cool. They left the like the piles of spores or dirt or whatever here to try and like key you in on that. Like, hey, consider cleaning up the place. Maybe it'll help you out. You know, just maybe. Oh my. Let's get way back here. There we are. That's helpful. And now we've got the big key. Use it to open big doors. Some sort of teleportation device. Oh, all the way back down here, which is where we have a couple of more spider webs for us to suck. Let's go into the right first. I know traditionally I go left for LP, but I want to investigate this. Okay, looks like another mushroom puzzle. Puzzle? I don't know, is puzzle the right word? I guess so. Push that up. Push that to the side. No? Okay, well, I'm not a completionist, goodness gracious, but I want that chest, and I have to imagine that if we went up the other side, it would give us that chest, right? Like, we would be able to push that block from left to right. So, let's go do it. Link's just a curious young boy, alright? He can't help himself, you know? He's doing this for the good of the land. He wants to save the princess, but he also wants to, you know, get himself some loot. 20 rupees. Goodness gracious, that is great. It's not often you just find $20 lying around like that. Gotta take advantage of these opportunities. Otherwise, well, how else are you going to afford your Netflix subscription, Link? Alright. Now, we're gonna have to bring this, step back a little bit. And then now, I guess this will just launch us over to the boss door. Well, not quite. Now this will just launch us, take 2, over to the boss door. Beautiful. Let's get a full sled of heart. There we go. Now, presumably, we're going to have to use this item in this fight. These sort of things happen. It's a chew. It's a chew. That's not a hard fight at all. It's probably going to be a little bit more difficult since we're the size of, like, a thumbtack, but it should be a pretty intuitive boss fight, right? You hit it with your sword, and that's that. Although maybe it's coming down in droplets like this since we're so small. Maybe we'll have to use the vacuum cleaner there and inhale some of the gelatinous fluid. I've always thought that chews look delicious, and yes, we are inhaling him. That was hurting more than the sword was. Delicious, green apple flavored, or lime, perhaps, maybe even watermelon. What flavor are you, buddy? Whatever you are, you're delicious. Oh, goodness me! Goodness me! He almost fell upon my face. Face-to-face action. Use the sword, Link. Now use the suck. He's putting all... No. Thankfully, that only did a little more than a quarter heart damage. Roll, buddy! I gotta get less aggressive with the inhalation there. Especially once he takes off. Now he's gonna topple over because he is very top heavy. We have eliminated the sturdy base, and now it's time to slash away. Okay, we're gonna have to do that at least one more time, but traditionally these sort of things do come in threes. Let's
par for the course, sometimes 5s, but being that it's the first dungeon, I'd have to imagine that 3 would be the number. Don't do it. Don't touch me. Are you done yet? Nope, now you're done. Okay, now you will topple and we will slice. Let me just take care of that real quick here. Oh, you fell upon me. Mashing the B button. We are over half dead, and no, we didn't do it in 3. Did not do it in 3. That's fine. That might just... Oh, God. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Man, you are an athletic chew. A specimen I've never seen before. I'll get a little bit out of your way here. You're going to jump 1, 2... Okay, I think it's just like on a cycle. It jumps 4 times. 5 times, or did I miscount? It jumps a few times, and then it goes back to roaming, where we can then eliminate the sturdiness of the base. Come on, buddy. Now you're just going to have to fall over. I'm just going to go check out this pottery real quick. You know, don't worry about me. Thank you very much. Okay, now I will cure your headache. And that caboodles the doodle. Very excellent indeed. Heart container. Heart container for us. The whole sucking mechanic paired with the green shimmer of the chew sort of feels Luigi's Mansion-esque. Indeed it does. Mario! You got the earth element. The power of the earth is the source of all living things. The earth element is the embodiment of that power. Okay, oop, almost went to the warp before grabbing the piece of heart, or excuse me, the heart container. Wouldn't be the first time I've had to backtrack in a dungeon to re-grab that. Excellent, we're up to 4. We weren't able to get the other heart piece. I wonder how we were meant to grab that.
We've got the earth element. You must go tell the elder at once.
Okay, I will tell the elder, but I'm probably going to tell him next stream because I have to wrap this up. It's time for me to go make and eat dinner. So, Flumpther especially, you've been extremely talkative, and it's been a lot of fun chatting with you. And for anyone else who's stopped by or watching this on the VOD, thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. There's so many things you could choose to do with your time. There's so many streams that you could watch. There's all sorts of stuff, but you chose time here, and I appreciate that. I do this weekly on Fridays, so come back if you'd like. Alternatively, I post daily content on YouTube, and I'm a lot more active there, particularly from a subscriber count and a viewership count, which is interesting to me. But I guess some people just like YouTube and don't like Twitch. I don't know. I like both, so I do both. Either which way, I'll see you again next week.